So, okay. So when it comes to, the technique that, not the technique, the style that we're going to be doing, we did that even last week as well, is called Pastel Negomi. So Pastel Negomi, basically, it was, I'm going to say, designed. The technique was designed in Japan and by, I think the guy was a social worker. I don't know exactly, but I just sort of resonated with the whole vibe of speed. I'm trying to find my book. Where did I keep it? Yeah. Just the style, it's very, so if you look at these paintings, these are all pastel negomi. So if you look at these are very, very soft. So it's a very nice, soft feeling that when you take a look at these paintings, so this is what Pastel Negomi is all about, where we are going to be using our fingertips to create art. So you can see that the vibe is, it's not like very bright, it's not glaring, but it almost feels like a carpet when you finish your paintings. So yeah. So you can use as many colors as you want. And yeah, that's just like the quick and dirty. So last week, 1 second. So last week we had done, let me show you. So last week we had done this piece as just kind of welcoming the fall. It was a different kind of vibe that we had here, with really a dark base and then adding some colors. This could have been a bit brighter, but again, it's still, I think it looks really cool. And so yeah, this is what we did last week. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a monochromatic color scheme. So when I'm saying monochromatic, means that I'm going to be using the same color vibe, let's put it that way. So here's the soft, so it says soft pastels. So you can get any of this. So you can get, so sometimes soft pastels are available. It's like this one says earth tones, 12 earth tones. This other box here, it says landscape colors. But you don't have to go by this. So you can also get a bigger box, which is like assorted, different assorted colors. You can go by with that as well. If you are still willing to buy from Amazon, Amazon has a whole variety of pastels. And what I can do is in my when I send the recording, I can send some suggestions in there. And Michael's does carry. So I don't know if Jillian, I don't know if you have Michael's in the UK. Do you?
No.
I doubt. Yeah, I think it's only North America. Yeah. Anyways, so today what I'm hoping to create is it's not a landscape, but it is sort of hills like coming this way and this way, and we'll try to get a stream kind of an effect over here, but we are going to be using only these colors, like I said, like a monochromatic. So this is and you're welcome to use more colors if you want. You don't have to follow what I'm doing, but just you can get the technique. So it's like light gray, darker gray, and this is sort of like dark brown, just for the highlights. This is what we'll be using.
Do you have a picture to look at?
Sorry?
Do you have a picture to look at?
No, I don't.
No, right.
So I'm just telling you, so it's going to be something like, okay, you know what? I did pull out something. Let me see if I can show you. Let me share. But I will not be following that. Like it
No.
would be kind of an inspiration, but something like this. Can you see?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So something on these lines, but this one has the different colors. but you don't have, like, I'm just using my own, so I'll use this as an inspiration. And I think this, yeah. And, but I'll be using just those three colors. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So so for, because like Yasmin is new over here, so the materials that you really need is cardstock paper. So what I did was a cardstock paper, which is like 6 by 6 inches. And let me see my stash it. So this is 6 by 6 inches paper. You can use like any plain, any paper which is like smooth, like Bristol paper works really well. Any paper which is like it has a smooth surface. So this is all cut up 6 inches by 6 inches. The reason why a smaller canvas is used is that so that it's not overwhelming. If you have a bigger piece of paper, it does get really overwhelming. So for pastel ningumi, typically this is used. You are welcome to use a bigger sheet, and but this one is something, and you can actually, if you want to make like a series of few paintings and put them together on one, let's say, wooden a cradle board, you can do that. So what I've done is on a piece of paper, this is just any scrap piece of paper that I have taped it down. So this is the masking tape that has been taped down over here. You can see, let me bring it closer. You can see that, just to save time. Okay, and the other things that you will be needing is you'll need like this is just a makeup brush that I got from the pharmacy. You will need like an X-Acto knife, or you have any this is an old knife I had sitting in the kitchen, so and I'll show you everything. Then you do need some erasers. So this is the Mono Tombow eraser. Okay, this one. And this one is the fine one. So this is the round tip, this one here, and this is the fine tip. And I'll show everything how you're going to be using those. And then we will use like this is like a white gel pen. I might not use it in this one. We'll see how it goes. This is just the micron one. So in the email that you would have received, it has all the list of the materials that you need. So feel free to, and send me an email if you have any questions, anything like that. I'd be happy to answer them for you. This is the black micron tip. And then just like a regular, this is just like a white eraser. And this is the kneadable eraser. Again, I'm not sure if we'll use it today, but in pastel nigumi, oftentimes it is used. Okay, so and a kneadable eraser is obviously you can knead it. So you can see it's so black because like I use it a lot. And if you're someone who does a lot of artwork, kneadable eraser is something that you should have. The advantage is that when you use a kneadable eraser, you have something, I'll show you here. So for example, you have made this mark here, okay? And if you want to make this lighter before painting it, you can just roll your kneadable eraser and go over it. Because the pencil marks, you don't want pencil marks to show. So you see it has become lighter. It's not even showing on camera, but if you see it closer, the mark is still there. So you can just go over it, and the pencil mark will still show, but when you paint over it, it will not show. So once you have used it, and then you can just like literally knead it, and the paint sort of, so you can see it's this is a clean part and this is a dirty part. It will just start showing up, like it will clean up. Where the paint goes, color goes, no clue, but it works really well. And the final thing is you will need the spray to set your surface, like the chalk pastels. It's a fixative. So this is the fixative. This is available again. Michaels carries it, or any, but make sure it says for pastel, charcoal. That means dry materials. Anything which is dry, you will need to fix it on your paper over here. Then there's other things that you can use, and I'll keep talking about those as well as we move along. Okay, so with that being said, we will get started. And yeah, this sometimes I will use these like earbuds also, that these have a fine tip. But we use these sometimes. Sometimes I also use this makeup sponge, depending upon what the project is. And sometimes in some other project that I've done, I've also used, so this is gold flakes. This is gold and this is like rose gold. So sometimes just to give it a little bit of an oomph, I will use this. Sometimes I'll use even a gold gel pen. Again, sky is the limit, but the basic technique. So today we'll be just doing the basic technique. Okay, so to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating a silhouette um, of the mountain. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to follow along, you can. I'm just going to cut this paper into half. Okay. And so it is sort of about this much, about the width of this paper. So what I'm doing is I'll just maybe draw very lightly like a mountain range, just very light. So I don't know if you can see that line. And then I'm just going to go and rip it. So we got this, right? So this is what we're going to be using for the entire project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this like, okay, so to start with, we'll start with the lightest gray. And I'm going to, so you're going to be scraping using my knife. I'm just scraping it on the base here. And I'm going to be using my fingertips in a circular motion and blending it onto the paper. So this is very, very light. This is the lightest gray that I have. Okay. And then I'm going to take this piece. This is the top piece. Okay, this is the top piece that I'm using. We could use this as well, and we'll see how it goes. So don't throw that away. So I'm going to put this here. Okay, I'm going to put this here. And I will take the next shade up, the little bit of the darker one. Okay, and I'm going to scrape this along the edge. A little bit. Or maybe we'll put some masking tape here. And it's my masking tape. I find things here. I'm just going to tape this here so that it's in place and doesn't move. You don't have to do it, it's just easier. That's all. So this is here. And again, I'm going to start blending it this way. Now remember, when you have mountain ranges which are further away are lighter, and the ones in the front are darker, okay? So keep that in mind. And I'm going to take the darker over here, and I'm just going to put a little bit up on the tip, just a little bit, not too much. Okay, so we got that. And then I will go a little bit, I'll go one step down. Okay. And we'll do the same thing again. So I'm going to use the same, the second darker one here. I'm going to go a little bit darker. Again, in a circular movement. With the tips again. To make sure that you're blending it nicely. So you can see already here. You can see already it is giving you that mountain type of effect. Okay. And I will always have some baby wipes with me so that I can keep my fingertips clean. Okay. We will keep going. So now, because we have these two, now I'm going to move this, top one to a little bit this side, or I can move it on the complete end. That's what I'm thinking of doing, taking this to the other side completely. Okay, and again, we'll go, I think this one I'm going to go lighter. Sometimes in mountains, you know, the area is all very hazy, and so imagine, so we did have an inspiration picture, but I'm not following. It was just for me to get me some idea of, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm just picking up just this section. I'm not taking out this section. Go down here.
This is a reminder tablet.
And this time I'm going to take the same gray and make it a little bit darker on the top. Okay. Maybe if it's not dark enough, you can go ahead and take the next level up, the gray color. And okay. See that? Then we can go, so here, so in this one here, I want to do another smaller one here. So maybe I'll do this part here. Just this section. So I'm going to tape it down and use a darker one, like one level darker. Any questions? Anyone has any questions you have, Yasmin? This is your first time?
No, actually, I really wish that I was doing this with chalk
You'll get
pastels as intended. I'm using oil and I'm just like playing with it to see how it works. So when
you
I
want
get
to
the
show me your screen? I can tell you a little bit on that.
sure, but I mean, it's my first time and it's
That's
just a
okay.
practice and it doesn't look anything like yours. Hang on.
Right, because yeah, because blending with oil pastels is actually hold on, let me.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see. Yeah, that's not bad. So with because oil pastels are they're oil based, right?
Not as
So
easy as this.
yeah, it's a little bit
Excuse me.
different. But I will tell you that, and there's actually another session that I'll have you'll see because you're on my email list, so you'll get notification on that. That where I
Great.
combine oil pastels and watercolors.
Oh,
Yeah. So what you're doing, you can combine this with watercolors
awesome.
to create that, that ombre effect that you are that is something here. You
Yes.
can try that. But you
Okay.
can, yeah. But for this kind of an effect, of course, you need the chalk pastels. Yeah.
Yes, yes. But just, I'm just
Yeah,
practicing and
absolutely.
I will get them over the weekend
Sure. Yeah.
and come back.
Yes. You'll
Thanks.
get the recording so you can try again.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So let's get back here. That's a little small mountain there. So just keep cleaning and then we'll get one more here. So keep changing the three colors constantly, okay? I think I can put one more up here. So I will do this one up here. So I'm just taking it how the way the painting is going, right? So there is no defined formula over here, but it's just I have an inspiration and I am taking it with that.
Let's do brown and black. A little bit of brown.
Maybe we can have probably one somewhere here, or maybe we can put some trees over here. I'm just improvising as the painting is really going, okay? And just keep tapping off the extra. So yeah, we'll just maybe, let's see. Okay, I think I'm going to put one more here. And then what we'll do is when we put one more here, we'll sort of put a stream kind of here and some maybe, land or something over here. So I'll do maybe something like this. Yeah. So when I'm doing this one, you'll see that it's kind of overlapping the previous one. Okay, so so you see this over here. So this piece is overlapping the mountain and the back. So because this mountain is in the front, I'm going to go with my darkest one because the ones in the front are always much more visible. Okay, so keep those. So a little bit of visualization of when you see a landscape, how does it look? This is going to be darker. And when I open up, so you'll see the way it's looking like. Okay. So now what we want to do is, so we'll have a stream starting from here, sort of going this way and this way, because that's the way that and the stream is right in the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my darkest one, and I will sort of form a pattern, okay, of the stream. So like this. Like in an S form, like S formation. Okay, you got a S. So now again, with my fingertip, I'm going to blend it like this. Blend it because it's coming from the mountains. It's coming from somewhere there. If you want, you can actually take this up to the top. Let's try doing that. So this is going here, and maybe you can take it a little bit up. So you're really pulling, but because it's far away, it's very light. Okay, and then we'll do some, let's say, like, what do you call it? A little bit of like showing like a land kind of a thing. So we'll do some things like this, like this. If you want to make it look like water, you can put in a boat over here if you want, or if you want to put in some flowers, you can. If you want to put in one more color here, you're welcome to do that. And I'm kind of tempted to do it, but I won't because I want to stick to what I am really thinking about here. Okay, so let's blend this a little bit more. I'm not liking this here, so I'm going to fix it. I'm going to get my template back here and blend this to make it look more like a mountain here. Okay, that's better. So here, what I'll do is I'm going to use, now this was the bottom part, so I want to sort of create like land kind of a, like, how do we do this? Okay, we'll use this only. So I'm going to put this here, okay? And because this is again in towards the front, we are going to be using the darker parts, the darker one. To see. I'll go a little bit lighter here just to give that gradient difference. And over here, what you can do is to, if you want to protect that, you can keep this paper over here just so that you're able to cover this way, and then go ahead and do the blending. Here, so we can do something like maybe this, or let's do it this way. Like this, the whole thing. And because I want to protect the stream area here, I will just put my paper this way so that I know that I have to just use this area. And maybe I'll go a little bit lighter on this one. Assuming that there's grass and like it's patches of grass, some areas are light, some areas are dark. And I do need a piece here as well to protect that. So let's see, I have this paper. So I'm going to put that paper here to give me that entire area for blending. So Pastel Negommi has the ability to really create your own stencils, create your own designs, the way that the way that you like them. So which is kind of the cool part. So when you have these little areas, you can use your pinky finger to go in and sort of blend that area together. If you feel that this line is too harsh, you can go ahead and use your pinky finger to blend this a little bit more. But I kind of like it this way, so I'm going to just leave it. Okay. We will do the same with this side too. So I'm going to put maybe something like this. And I'll protect this side here. Go ahead and use my darkest one. That. And here is the, okay. So now we'll do something like this so that we have sort of this, like this land is this way. And I'm going to just put this piece here. So I'm sort of creating a frame. Okay, and I'll just put a little bit more here.
I have to say, what you're creating looks very dreamy, very soft, like you said.
Yeah, and that is the style of Pastel Negommi. It creates dreamy kind of works. Yeah. So now we sort of have, if you're not happy with this, like maybe you can take a little bit more and you can make the stream a little bit darker. Yeah. So now what we want to do is, so there's a couple of options now. So if you want to put in, let's say you want to put in the sky and you want to put in some color, so you can go ahead and put, let's say, blue color if you want. I will keep it white. You can do whatever way you like, but I do want to put in some maybe trees. So for that, you can either use the same dark color. So let's see. So we'll do a bit of testing here. So this is the stream and this is our mountain here. So maybe there's a tree over here. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe draw with the tip, with a corner. So I'm just going to go ahead and, literally draw a tree. So like this. Okay, and you can go ahead and blend this sort of, it's blending into and you can use like a earbud to do the blending of the, the bottom of the tree literally into the land over there. And you can smoothen this up here. Okay, so this is one option. If you want to put in a pop of color, say, let's say you might want to say, you know what, I want to add some green leaves over here. So what we can do is maybe we want maybe a tree. So this tree is right in the front over here. Maybe there's a tree at the back over here. So we can just do like a small one, which is a little bit like something like this. Yeah. So now I made a mistake over here. So what I'm going to do is, and that can happen with you as well. So either you can use your kneadable eraser. So you can just make it like a point in this and go ahead, because I wanted to use green here. So I'm going to go ahead and like lift that color. Like this section in here. So I can even go ahead and erase it a little bit. Okay, and then I can go back and put some color back here because I lifted that light gray as well. So it's just a tiny bit that I added, and I'm going to go back and put that gray there. So now I can use the green. Okay, so you can see that tree is far away, so we made it smaller, and we can just put in a pop of color there. Let me show you a close up over here. So you can see that green color. So it's all is like blackish or whatever it is. But here it is, this is like a darker one. This is like in the front and this is at the back. Okay, so, and then after this, what you could do is if you want to, let's say, give it, so I'm not very happy with this, the way the stream has come. So what I'm going to do is, and which can happen with anyone. So I'm going to go back with this here, okay? And I'm going to try and blend, where is my toothpick? Oh, sorry, I'm going to try and blend this all together over here so that it's sort of, because I want to start the stream, I'm thinking maybe the stream should actually come from starting from here. So I'm going to take my dark. So here I blended this a little bit. And maybe just the stream is starting maybe from here. And again, this is something that you are obviously trying to wing as to how it is. And maybe a little bit more this way as well. A little bit better. How are we doing, Jillian?
Well, I've had to start again, so we're happy.
You have to start again?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to show me what you've done?
Well, not at minute, because I've just got it on board. That was where I start. Where's when I started.
Okay, hold on. 1 second. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you
So,
just need to do a bit more blending.
yeah, no, I'm just starting again.
You can use it still that same piece, the
Oh,
old one.
no, I've restarted.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. And now we'll put in like maybe some birds up on the top here, just like flying. Something like that. Okay. So the stream is still not working for me. So I'm going to, and it's good that this happened over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my kneadable eraser. And this is, if this happens to you, this is what you do. Okay, so you can go ahead and lift off that color. So you see when I take this, the color is going away from here. Okay, because I really want the stream to look, it's not looking like a stream right now. I want to go from here, maybe like this. So it's not doing justice. So here, so you can see the color has just lifted over here, and I'm just going to knead it. And what we'll do is we'll blend this mountain with this here. So we need to erase this too. Okay, so now I'm going to just go, so the stream is going like this, and I'll take it this way. Let's see how it goes. Looks better, definitely better. And if the pastel becomes a little bit stubborn, you can use the white eraser like I'm going to use here to literally erase this off. And then I can put back the color there. Okay, that's much better. Okay, I just need to fix the stream a little bit more. And then I think we should be done. So I'm thinking maybe on this section here, maybe we can put in some grass. So I have this dark here, or maybe we can put in the green if you want. So for the grass, you can just go like, so you're literally doing some literally lines over here. So it's like grass is along the stream. And here you can see, you can show that there's like a little bit grass everywhere. It doesn't have to be in the entire section, but just near the stream area here and maybe here. Do that. Okay. So I think that's yeah, it's looking as if there's, it's dusky mountains, and then you have a tree, there's some birds, and you can throw in a few flowers if you want to, but not necessary. I'm just going to leave it at this, and we'll remove the tape to see, and that is the magic part. So when you start removing the tape and seeing the whole thing emerge, that's the interesting part. So when you're removing the tape, make sure that you leave the tape as close to the surface. Don't pull it like that because that'll rip the paper. Okay. So there you have it. Right. So what do you think?
Looks nice, very nice.
Yes, very restful looking.
Very restful looking. Yeah. Yeah. It's not harsh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is the whole idea behind pastel Negomi. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe I can add some more grass here. Like a little bit. And if you want to make it a little bit brighter more, so maybe we can add some maybe yellow daffodils or something like that. Just tiny, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah. So there we have. See, it just a few colors, and it just makes a nice pop,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now,
Nice.
what I'm going to do is I'm just going to. So now, what's going to also happen is that when you put the fixative on it, the colors will become brighter. So I'm just going to move away from the screen over here, and ideally I should go out and spray it, but for now I'll just spray it here quickly, and I'll show you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bear with me here.
Oh,
See that?
yes. It kind of blends the colors out a bit too.
Yes, yes, yeah. And the other interesting thing about is if for example, you made your painting and you're looking at it after you've put the spray and you wonder, oh, I should have maybe put some white in there to make it even brighter. So the beauty is that once the fixative fully dries, you can go ahead and say, for example, if I want to put in, let's say, I want to put in some highlights, just saying here. So I will just wait for the fixative to dry. It dries fairly quickly. And okay, I will go ahead and put, let's see, white flowers on top here. So this is the black here. So I want to put in some white. And interestingly, the gel pen works better after the fixative is done.
Hmm.
So you can see here, can you see the white
Mm-hmm.
dot? See, if I want, I can go ahead and do that as well.
You could also do that before you spray the fixative?
You can do it before this fixative as well, but what I have found with experience is that the chalk pastel gets stuck in the nib.
Ah, okay.
So this actually works better. And I'll tell you another thing, which is very interesting to me, is what is my gold pen? So if I have this gold gel pen.
Mm-hmm.
So if if I was to use the gold gel pen before, it doesn't show as much. But if I put the gold gel pen now, for example, if I want to put gold gel pen here, it's going to show. You can see that?
Oh, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. So again, this is something that I discovered while when I learned this technique, the instructor taught us to do it before we put the fixative. But then once I was just experimenting and playing around, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to try it. And it actually worked. It works much better. The color just shows up much better.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Mm-hmm.
can also, what do you say? You can also, after you've done this with gel pen, you can give it another coat of the fixative.
Right,
Fix
right.
everything there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So this is, you can go over the whites if you want, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And even sometimes If you want to do, let's say you want to do a few highlights of snow, for example, on top of the mountains here. So you can just maybe, see here. So if I want to put in some streaks, see that? It just it just makes it so much easier. And here, if I want to, let's say, do the stream, highlight the stream a little bit, I can do that.
Okay.
So the details, can be added later on. So it just makes the whole thing, it just makes such a big difference in adding those
Yes.
few like highlights. For example, in this one here that we had done last week, so you can see these highlights that we had done. This I added after
I
the
see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Great technique.
Yes, it is a great technique. And the last and final thing that I always always do is, before I used to write down my name and the title, whatever, and the year. Sometimes I write also the date, sometimes not. I will do that. But now somehow I have stopped writing the date just to make it evergreen, but I will write the medium. And I kind of, I'm just thinking, what title can we give this piece? Smoky Mountains? I don't know. I'm not good with that. Any suggestions?
I dream of mountains.
Okay, I dream of mountains. Yeah. So I'll go at the back and I will just put it over here. Dream of mountains, and it is, let's put the date. So it's October 03, and this is soft pastels. Because sometimes, you forget. So this is, so this is it's a very simple, this is a very simple technique, but there are many other techniques which are more complicated. They take longer. So, but this is just for just within an hour that you can do.
Yes. Great introduction. Thank you.
Yeah. And I don't see it here. I don't know where my second book is. When you have
Is that a book that you made to keep your?
So this is actually, so if you want to go further in this this technique, there is a certification program. And in that certification program, you make 19 paintings. Like all this is part of the certification program, and each one of them is a different technique. Like this one is a different technique. This is different. Yeah. So I will be sending out an email if some people are interested in moving further with it, because the advantage with that is that you can then further teach, and it's a source of income also then. Right? So these are, so these are more advanced techniques like this one and all. These are, see, like this one is way more advanced. Technique, and there's actually one more book I have which I cannot find right now. I don't know where it is. Anyways, maybe next time I'll keep it more handy and I can show you more patterns in there. Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Okay. So any closing thoughts, any questions, anything else?
No, I just want to say thank you. And I'm looking forward to getting the recording and trying it again with the real materials instead of this messy oil pastels.
Yeah, get the soft pastels. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. How are you doing, Jillian?
That's what I've done so far.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. That's interesting. See, yeah, it's the same formula, but it's a different like you have the mountain peaks more pointing. Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yes.
Looks
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So,
Alrighty.
and we also have a community, Yasmin, and I'll send out the link. And if you want to join it, you can, because
Awesome.
everything gets posted in there. If you want to share anything, you can share there as well. There's some other videos too in that community.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
So if you put anything new on, will you send an email out, please?
Sorry?
If you put anything new on, will you send me an email out?
Yes, you will get an email. Yes. So
Thank you.
next Friday is actually World Mental Health Day. So there will be something, I'm planning on what kind of art project we'll do, because art and mental health are pretty closely related.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get an email, yeah, for sure.
Okie dokie.
Looking forward to it.
All right. So
And thank you so much.
and I will see you around.
Yes. Thanks, Alka.
Okay, bye
Cheers.
now.
Take care.
Bye.
Take care, Jillian. Bye-bye.
Bye.